Welcome, Suki, welcome. Super, time for demonetization. No, don't give Gorilla ideas. I mean, he said it enough today. We don't want to make sure he gets me demonetized. Hey Murph. Did I say hey to Murph already? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Um, who else have we got? Kino's a bit of a noob. Hey, thank you, Josh. Appreciate the membership, mate. Welcome. Hey, Car. Oh man, Supra's mentioned it twice. Supra, relax, relax. We don't want to be demonetized today. Suki buy membership. What we doing? We would never get. Man, Tick. Even though this is a bit of a giveaway, it took me the longest time to know who MTW was. I'm not gonna lie, mate. I was so confused, and then eventually you said you put it in. It was Tick, and I was like, oh damn, it's been you the whole time. uh, Suki Akina doing his vocal exercises. Yeah, that's literally it. And just trying to figure out how to stream again. Maybe I'll sing the French national anthem. No, no, no. That's for Gorilla, not me. Hey Shuki, welcome. Hey Riffin.
I agree with Everlegs. Breakfast burritos for the win.
Oh no, we're not bringing the food contest back here. um, so yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. Appreciate you all being here. We are very fortunate today to be joined by three members of 1606, three Osiris League leaders in the kingdom, and that is for both of our Osiris League teams. I'm sure most of you that are here are aware of the round of 16 and the two teams that 1606 does have in the last 16. We're very proud to be one of the few kingdoms that does have two teams in the knockout stages of the playoffs. So immense work from the guys that are in this call and their supporting leaders to be able to get both teams to this stage. So we are joined representing INM by Tick. I've seen Big Boss Paulie's here to observe what Tick's going to say. So welcome Tick to the stream. Make sure you do Paulie proud.
I'll try.
And guys, just give me a shout if I need to change the volume of anyone if they're a bit quiet. Supra also is an M leader, so he'll be listening eagerly. We also have Maximus and Gorilla, two of the main IN, so 606's main team leads that have really turned around the team. IN has gone through so much rebuilding in terms of Osiris League, and this season, the work these two have put in has been absolutely incredible. So, big thank you to you guys, and welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
They can't hear any of them. Okay, I've tried to turn you guys up. Hopefully that's better.
It was only you talking. So naturally they can't hear any of us.
Okay, guys, can you hear them now? Make them all louder. Hey, Sharak, welcome. Are we sure about making them louder?
Good one, Dad.
Hey, Smacked, don't be like that. Let's go DQ. Yes, need to make all louder. Okay, I've turned them up. Just give me a shout if...
Dav is tired of listening to us.
Yeah, after all the pings yesterday, I'm not surprised.
Anymore.
Right?
After all those art matches and those Osiris League matches, nobody wants to hear our voice again.
Suki Nar.
Oh wait, apparently I sound robotic. Now
That's
louder,
not-
it just
Yeah,
sounds
you-
like echo. Oh, okay. How about I turn them down a bit on there and turn up the input from the computer? Maybe that's better.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't come through onto the mic. And louder also is Angela. Hey Josh, thank you for the super chat, but I don't even know. Is she still in KC? I'm
Do we
go-
have Dutch in the chat?
I'm gonna take a look.
Who Angela is.
Oh my days, even at 8, she's in an alliance now. IN non-language. What alliance is this? Who is this? We haven't.
Oh, that's too good.
Oh, it's that guy. Okay.
We should just give her fucking Dutch's Discord and get done with it.
Wait, chat's saying I sound robotic. Guys, do I sound robotic? I feel like I need to turn it up just to hear what I sound like. Robo stream. Oh, right. Everyone's saying Robo stream. What's going on?
They're all trolling.
Are they actually?
No, you don't.
Do I sound okay?
Yeah.
Quack says he can't hear anything.
Yeah, but that's just Quacks. He probably forgot his ears at home.
Okay, I think they're saying yes as in I sound okay. Does everyone else sound okay? Tick, Gorilla, and Max.
Do we sound okay?
Slightly like AI. What?
I don't think we get anything
Yeah,
valuable
it's
from
still
the
a
chat.
bit robotic. I'm listening to the stream.
Bro, what's going on? Why is it going robotic?
They're not trolling.
I don't know why. Hang on, I'm just going to try and play with a few settings.
Everybody were taking donations to get the Kina new.
No, mate, the laptop's still trying to hang in there. Everyone sounds okay, but only Akina is loud. Now they're even quieter. How does that work out? Yo, you know what? I'm trying to use a stream deck, just to like improve the quality of the stream. And I feel like it's just made it worse. Yo, they are so loud. How are they not
You have
like
a voice modifier on the stream deck.
Right, I'm going to turn you up on Discord as well. And hopefully this will be better. Apparently I'm super loud, so I need to turn myself down.
He's still on the catfish. The stream deck is adjusted to catfishing still.
Maybe Akina is Angela.
Bro, I'm kind of worried. What's going on with the stream? I remember, do you know what it's making me think of? Do you remember when Chadsky's his mic wasn't working or something, and like Quacks mentioned it so often to get him to sort it out?
Yeah. They switch PCs.
Okay, not robotic, but guests are too quiet. I can't hear them at all. Why is that the case? Give me a sec. I'm gonna just change a setting quickly, and maybe it will fix it. At least I hope it does. Guys, you can talk amongst yourselves so it's not just quiet while I'm trying to sort this out. Wait, is that it?
You can hear us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're too quiet. Akina still has the KVK function activated where he just mutes everyone.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Okay, guys, how is that? Is that any better? Like, I've
Can you
changed.
hear us now?
I've changed something.
Oh yeah, the audio is better.
It fixed.
Now loud.
It's
Okay,
fixed.
okay.
It's
Well,
gone.
Yeah.
I can't win, Eileen, can I? You can't hear, it's too loud. Hang on.
Turn your volumes down now.
Oh god. Okay. Quacks has gone into caps.
Turn them down. Turn
Okay.
your audio down, Quacks.
Except you, Akina, they louder now. Okay, great. We done it. We done it. Okay. Leave it as it is. Man, how long have we been in the stream and we've been sorting the volume? I'm sorry. I've been out I've been out of it for too long. Leave it.
It's fine. You were on vacation.
Yeah, true. Okay, cool. We're good. We fix our volumes. Okay. I feel like Suki and Car have just taken charge of the chat. Ignore Quacks. Much better. Okay, perfect. Let's go. So guys, welcome again. Sorry about that tech issue at the start. So I wanted to talk to you guys basically about both of the teams and the journeys that both of you have gone through to get to this stage. I know there's been endless practice matches and so many hours of planning and strategizing to get to this stage. And yeah, I'd love to get your ideas on or your thoughts on basically the teams as a whole. So we can start with INM with Tick. How did INM come to be a team? Because it never used to be a competitive team, right? INM started as a very casual ARC team. It was just one that was played on weekends, and Paulie did a great job keeping it going, but it really stepped up in the off season.
I would say it's all because of Paulie and him taking up interest in like doing it full time and just figuring out the strategies and stuff. I mean, it's been a Polish team now for, I would say the team is basically like how we gathered up people is like everything that for Osiris League it was pretty much what was left over from IN and nobody else wanted. And basically everybody that played, we played usually like Saturdays 20 UTC time, which isn't like very popular time either, but works for like some of the US people and is pretty good to people on the weekends for European people also. So pretty much gathered up all of those people. And you mentioned all of those practices and everything. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't practice.
Well,
I can add on a little bit if you want.
Yeah, go ahead, Max.
Yeah. So of course last season we had 2 teams, right, in 1606. And then since then it kind of died down. We lost a few players and we lost a couple of the planners for IN. So at the time when we were reformulating the IN main team, we had, of course, people from the second team as well, and we were kind of trying to juggle both of those. And at that time, like Polly and I had a discussion about like, is there a way for us to maybe morph and consolidate? So it kind of went from there where we said, okay, everyone that's been playing in the IN2 team, we now want to merge these time slots of the IN2 team and the INM team. So see if you can fit into the INM team, or if you can't, then of course, and you want to continue to play casually, you can find another slot. And fortunately, the merge of those teams went fairly successful. And as Tick said, in large part due to credit to Paulie, because, he really pushed and made sure he could get a full team. And, the rest is history. We ended up with 2 strong teams again, even though the second team really had no path, right, of being a team at all, until the revival of the leadership with Paulie coming in.
Yeah. Paulie taking over, and he has passion for it, and he works hard behind the scenes to get everything done, even when he doesn't really speak on voice or anything. But I would say like it's been a good journey, because starting out as a team that just played casually to have somebody to actually organize stuff and do strategies, and then last season I think we sadly our path got destroyed by a very strong team.
Who
like
who
in
was that strong
qualifiers
team?
already. Was it 1188?
Oh, I think
Yeah,
it
it was.
was.
Yeah, it was 1188 who crushed us, took us out of it. But this season, I would say like the path has been the qualifiers. We were pretty strong already, and the qualifiers went like a breeze, and we got lucky also. Also with uniting both of the teams, our combined power went up also on the team, so we got a little bit easier path with the qualifiers too, I would say. Winning all 3 matches
on that
by a
note,
large margin.
Go on, Max.
Yeah, on that note, I mean, same thing happened to the IN main team, right? Our group stage was with 93T. So, I definitely wanted to make a comment that I think a lot of people will agree that the changes they made this season to how they do the matchmaking, right, and not having the realms be based on kingdom age, has definitely improved the matchmaking a lot, right? It's taken a lot of that RNG out where you may have, less competitive teams that end up in later stages of the season simply because of the path they got, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whereas now this season has been much better balanced in that the more competitive teams are all bubbling up to the top as the season has progressed. So kudos to Lilith. It's definitely been a good update this season in how they did the matchmaking and the whole realm divisions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's I think it's been a good change overall. I think, I mean, the way it's turned out, it feels like Horus is still the strongest or most competitive um
Yep.
division or realm,
Yeah.
sorry. I mean, that's to be expected. But I do like how 93, 960 and 489. I mean, there's a wide consensus that those are the three best teams,
Right.
and they're now split across three different realms, which does give each of those a chance to really show off. But then also it gives other teams that are up and coming, and I don't really want to say Beer is up and coming, but like they're just an example of a team that has really, they've got a great opportunity now, and even though they would, even if in the
Amazing
old
team.
format, but they have an even bigger chance now because they're splitting up more good teams. And I guess
Yeah, it's
what,
awesome. Yeah, you have more chances to actually get somewhere, not
yeah,
get crushed like you can have a good team, but you get matched up with a even greater, bigger team, then it's hard.
yeah,
And if they're piled up all together, like I say, like a lot of teams started migrating kingdoms to younger kingdoms also just to get the like easier matchmakings and stuff like that, just to be able to get something out of it. And now with the changes, it makes it a little bit easier for everybody and gives everybody a chance to accomplish something bigger.
yeah, for sure. All right, I need to catch up with the chat and a few people that have gifted some memberships and joined, become a member themselves. Let's scroll back up. Riffin, appreciate the super chat. Hey Akina, please say, oh man, the parabolic
this is not
curve
an
theorem
Akina
is quite a
ASMR
cheeky one. I mean, I'm saying that really kind of formal. If I'm talking to you casually on VC, I'd probably say it differently. So much practice, right? Tick from Supra. Dutch,
You
thank you,
practice
mate.
hard.
Appreciate the 5 gifted subs. And Insight, you too. Appreciate it. And Math 3606. 3606. How's it going over in 3606? I hope everything's all good. It's been a while since I've checked into the kingdom to see how everything is. But appreciate you becoming a member. And Pengu, Quack Snoop. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Well, you didn't even say quack, you said quarks. So, yeah, appreciate that. Thank you very much. Shuki, don't talk about beer. Yeah, I've heard a few people say that, like some people
Yeah.
aren't as aware of beer being a good team, and maybe I should stop talking right now because that people are betting on them.
I think at this point it's pretty well known that PR are a very good team.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think you get much return if you bet on them now. But they did get me
Secrets
a
out.
bunch of coins the first couple of rounds.
Let's have a look. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Beer are, yeah, they're overwhelming favourites in their current one. I think they've got Lost next round if both of them win. I mean, 748 could also beat Lost, potentially, but. Well, Beer's already smashed them, actually. Wait, where's that gone? I don't know if 748 actually showed up properly to that one. I know that's their second team.
I mean, it's the second team, so
yeah. I see a few people asking about which KVK story did you register. We have not registered. I can show you.
And we never will.
I mean, I'm showing you what you can literally do as well if you have an account in our kingdom. There is no registration click. I mean, I could easily just press it right now, but that's not what the stream is about. How many people are actually in each one? 49.
Can we register for Nile?
176. Oh, Nile next. Yeah, next
There's no
pop Nile. That's
Nile.
what we want to do. So, Riven, thanks anyway. Thank you, Pingu, for putting the Discord link. Pingu, do you want to see what else I can do now? Because of the stream deck. Like, this is proper flexing. I press one button, and then boom. Join Akina's Discord. Look at that. This is like magic, I swear. It's so good, and I've been getting like super entertained trying to set it all up. It did take a while. I'm hoping it'll pay off. Kyle Stitch, Tick sounds so wise. Are we sure it's him? Tick? Is it you?
Shut up, Stitch.
Also,
I'm always wiser than you.
I saw a one shot here. Hey, one shot. How you doing, mate? How's 960? Bet on us. You're in MX, right? I think you're in MX. OL team. Who's MX got?
They have a good team. They got people I know.
Oh, they're in Horus, aren't they?
Cortex. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Cortex
a
playing the
good
team.
match. 6-8-9. Even though the score versus GV was that different, like that significantly different, they didn't show up to that match on purpose because they were already through. But they beat WPK and 44 KO by a bigger margin than I think GV did. So they're pretty solid. 606 is dead weight for real. We took Hartman, so we did. Oh, here we go again, Josh. His name is Quarks now, Akina. Okay, so that's how we'll go as Quarks. One shot 75 going for Nile. Are they? I haven't really looked. Wait, there's no. Oh, you mean next pop? 606 isn't OL Kingdom. Akina improved streams. Thanks to all our donations, of course. Yeah, exactly. Appreciate all of you that have supported the channel, been on this journey with me. I'm hoping to stop being as inconsistent as I have been the past few weeks, so I can get you guys some more content. I've very much been enjoying farming in 606. Yeah, well, got to keep enjoying it. It will be a bit more farming to come. Right, so that was the kind of first question I wanted to cover. Well, I guess more formally, how would you? It sounds so. I'm going to go with the wording. Okay, we'll start with Tick, and then we're going to go to IN. So Tick for INM. How would you introduce INM to new players?
Oh, to new players. Oh, it's a fun bunch of ragdolls that has been left over and who like to play 20 UTC. We take everybody and then throw out that we don't like.
A very informal answer. Well,
how appealing, Dick.
People are literally going to be like, "Why would we want to play an INM?" But I'm gonna come in here.
I mean, it's a great team. It now has pretty good leadership. Also, you have Paulie that holds it all together. Then he added me, and now we have Sharak and Supra and Sandrine also helping with leading it. So, I mean, it's coming together.
Oops, Sandrine.
It has great leadership now.
It's an infantry
we
OL
might
team.
not have the best players in the kingdom either, but I mean, 606 is still a really strong kingdom, and we have a lot of good players and a lot of good accounts. So it's just natural that we have two good teams also in the long run. We just were missing like the leadership and how to pull it all together, and I think INM has done it fantastically.
Yeah, and I just want to come in and just give a more diplomatic response than Tick. You know, just to change, just to give another perspective. But I think, I mean, Tick's being very humble with INM. Leftovers, I don't think does justice to the team. There are some really strong players in that team, and as you said, the leadership is quality, and you guys are on an upward trajectory. I mean, to get to top 16 is insane. So I know you've had some difficult games on your route here, some not so difficult games, but at the end of the day, you're here, and
Yeah.
you wouldn't be in the top 16 if you weren't a coordinated team. And at the end of the day, that's probably the most important thing in ARC, to be coordinated, to work together. And yeah, I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit there for what the team has become.
We have freaking fantastic people on the team. Like everybody, like now with everything running more smoothly, we have like everybody on voice. You have strategy, you have everything. We have garrisons, rallies. We might sometimes have some issues with getting some more backups for the team, but like it's for OL, it's a difficult journey. It's a work in progress, and I think after this season, it's the showing we did in OL also. It's gonna be even better next season.
Yeah. And shifting now to IN, so the Kingdom's main team, Gorilla and Max, same question to you. If you were to introduce the team to new players, what would you say?
Leave the floor to Maximus first. He's the main leader.
Okay, I can start and then you can add on. I would describe it as a strong competitive team that's driven to get better. Like that's our goal. Like all of our players, we're not a team that's been together for years and years. We're not a team that's, gone as far as this consistent team for many seasons. But what's come together this season has been really phenomenal. It's something that we're very proud of. And every player is just driven to be better every single day.
Nice. Gorilla, anything to add?
Yeah. And I mean, to be part of the team, you just have to be committed because, like, we practice frequently and get better match by match. And it's like really impressive to see. Like, I joined the team beginning of January, and to just see how much progress we were able to make since the first matches we played and up until now. That's very impressive.
Yeah,
I'm very proud of our team.
A lot of credit goes to you two in helping to shape IN and I guess the culture of the team. Like something that's often not spoken about, but the top teams, they all change their culture to be one where everyone is determined to improve. It's a supportive environment where you can give constructive feedback. And everyone wants to do practices and they want to see that improvement. And that's thanks to you two and the planning team and all the players just for making that shift, because it's not an easy one and it's probably the most difficult part of building a competitive team. It's getting that commitment, that buy-in. So yeah, I think you guys have done great with that.
Yeah, it's a little bit saying something from outside from like another team, but being there and seeing how the team has evolved, and it's definitely going in the right direction and under the leadership it is right now.
Yeah, I agree. And right, just to kind of take you off the spotlight for a little bit, let's do some armaments, and I want to get your thoughts on what you think I should do. You're probably going to be a bit delayed actually from seeing what's on the screen. You see the same time as everyone else. But yeah, let me get your guys' thoughts. How do you play the armament event? Like, do you want to do all legendaries? Do you want to do you open everything? Because some people prefer that. So how do you guys all approach it?
Just my 2 cents. I think what you ended up doing last time is generally how I do it as well. Or in fact, I don't do it. Biyun does it. Most of the time, Biyun does mine. But the strategy that you used last time, which is focusing on the slots that you want, for your pity system, is generally what I end up doing as well.
Okay. Gorilla?
Yeah.
For me, it depends on where I am on the pity. So if I'm far away from another pity inscription, then I generally just open as many legendary armaments as I can.
Okay.
And if I'm very close to one, then I'm more selective and only open the ones for the slot.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I try
tick.
to
Go
use
on.
the pity system also. Just open some, like now with the switching that you can switch your armaments around also, and your inscriptions and formations you can switch them. Then I just try to abuse the pity system as much as possible if I'm close enough on something. And
Okay,
if I'm
cool.
not close anymore, then I open for something that I actually need to get it close also.
Got it. Right. So let's do that as well. This account is in a weird place right now because for those that were in the last stream, you would have seen I got the legendary inscription and then converted it to Cav, but that was from V formation. Now, I don't know if we've even opened any V formation since that stream. 141, so no, and we're on 0. So we're definitely not going to be doing any V formation. But our wedge, last time I looked, I think it's 49 left, so that's kind of low. But at the same time, wedge is on 0 out of 10. And you're going to notice a recurring theme here. Looking at arch, 76 is on 0 out of 10. And then we'll go to delta, 41. So delta's kind of low, but I don't need to roll delta anymore. And running 2 delta marches doesn't really feel like a thing, right? And then what are the other ones?
Yeah, it's time for you to push infantry. You need pincer formations.
Well, that's actually been a focus. If you take a look at the gear set, like we're trying to get all of this to level 5. We've got most pieces here to level 5. It's just the accessories we need to work on. And I think
I think that's next.
we're not that far. But yeah, so that's the
pretty
focus
close.
there. But armaments for infantry are not that good.
There you go.
To improve that. And
So even though I'm quite low on some of them, and they're all on 0 out of 10, would you focus on just going straight into pincer, which is on 0 out of 10 as well, and 95?
probably would do pincer if you don't actually need anything else, and you don't have.
Arch.
I mean, you can always switch around.
Is there anything not at 0 out of 10?
No.
No, we've abused the pity system. Oh wait.
I would probably do pincer because you're only 19 armaments different, so it doesn't really make much. It doesn't matter much. And at that point, might as well save a couple conversion stones because those are difficult to come by.
Yeah, I think that logic is fair. We can go with pincer. FLX says I would finish the delta pity, then go for pincer. Well, I mean, yeah, it would just be a guaranteed conversion though. I don't know. Delta feels like the one I least want to do. Aloha's account doesn't need better armaments. Well, we're Quacks. We're 99.9, so we're not at 100%. So it does need to be better. But number one is Fluffy Pony. So I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. Hey Isma, I saw you check into the stream. Hope you're well, mate.
That's freaking insane. That 99.
Ara says open everything. Whale problems. Okay, right. Let's open a few. Then we'll go back to some questions. Okay, let's get started. Okay, double cav is not exactly ideal. No, rubbish bin. And for you guys, how often do you actually get something that you use in this event, or are you recycling almost everything?
Never gotten anything I would use.
Gorilla's laughing.
Last year, I think that the first time I did the event, I got an Intrepid, and since then, I don't think I have kept a single armament.
Oh God.
I think I've gotten
look at this top right
specials
one.
out of the event.
Sorry, Max, go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think I've gotten 3 specials. Well, Biyun, but yeah,
3
out of the 7.
specials. Yo,
Yeah.
that's good. Are
Max,
they
I did
quite?
not need to
pretty
know
good.
that information. I did not need to know that.
Paying off, man. Where the hell are you getting those inscriptions from?
Max, but didn't you say you got one
Have
really
Biyun do
low,
it for
like a
you.
1 out of 10?
Yeah, yeah.
1 out of 10 is insane. But guys, yeah, look at the top right one. Double archer, damage, and inscribed. I don't think I've ever seen one that high. 122 tickets.
Yeah, let's go. Let's open that one.
Okay,
Let's
well,
get some disappointment on the stream.
I went for the bottom one
Yes.
first, just to build a bit of suspense. It feels like it's got a few people excited. Even Zach has not seen this, and I'm sure Zaka opens plenty of armaments. Go 1 1 2 2. Okay. I mean, it's literally like there's no surprise in this at all, but it is perfect. So, do we just need good stats and a good armament? I guess. A good inscription.
I mean, it is the top left slot, right? So it
Is it
would
top
be
left?
the autarch.
Okay,
No,
retaliatory.
usually it's
So
scroll on the top left.
it's
right,
really
so-
not great. 2.7, 1.8, 1. Yeah, bit disappointing. 122 for that. Jeez, man. I see why
Like,
people call this
disappointment.
event a big scam.
I mean,
Um,
it is. It's the biggest scam, basically, that you can have. I remember when this event first came out and everybody was like spending like freaking 100k, 200k gems on it just to do the whole thing, basically.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I got one good thing, I think, during the last stream, and otherwise, I don't remember getting anything crazy. I think when it first came out, the drops were better, but now, yeah, I don't feel like it's that good. Like this is the triple stat. It's very meh, not really worth much. And then just some conversion stones.
Also,
Go on, Gorilla.
like, you can only use that formation for infantry. Like, there's no other troop type that you can even use it for. So it's like super unlikely to
Yeah,
even get good infantry stats, especially.
maybe that's a shout to switch it up and do a different formation, like one that can be used for more, like wedge, for example, rather than just going all in on pincer. But I guess the pity, right?
I mean, I would agree with that, but at the end of the day, like, if you just keep opening wedge, you have so many armors that you need to convert, and it just gets way too expensive.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And then you have to buy the Destiny's Forge bundle, which, yeah, I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, I know you hate that bundle. Like no speed ups, just stones and some VIP, which the VIP is useless at this stage for most people. So, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Go on, Tick. Oh, why is my
Can
screen
ask
gone black?
stream to make more donations. Stream, we need more donations to get more conversion stones. Using
He's like allergic to PCs.
He's like using the first iPad that ever came out.
Oh, we're back. We back. I think we're back. Okay, sweet, we're back. Cool. I just need to stop like fiddling around with the screen. I got a hunter with a double inscription when it first got released. I converted it to Intrepid before the pity system came out. It's been bad afterwards. I have to change the wording there slightly, Carl. But yeah, I think a lot of people started off really well in that event, and then it feels like the number getting something good, if it's either from pity or like freak luck, and the freak luck just isn't really, like, it's not that frequent, is it?
No.
but yeah, let's jump back to some of the questions because I'm sure you guys don't just want to sit here and comment on my armaments the whole time. But the second question to ask you, and we'll start off with IN this time. How would you describe your team members? What is the structure of your team? Now, that's a difficult question, but I guess a way to approach it is taking a look at all of your players. What are some like characteristics about them in terms of like are they motivated, hardworking, like do they listen to instructions? I mean, feel free to bait anyone out here if you want to on stream, but I'll leave that one to you guys for how you're going to answer that.
You want me to start?
Starting off, I would like to have a question. Can I use swear words or not?
Let's try and avoid it. Let's try and avoid it if you can.
Okay, so let's just, so I'm responsible for 50% of the team during the matches, and I frequently call them hungry MFs. Because they sometimes get a little bit excited and not necessarily follow the markers all the time. But they're a great group and always follow instructions when it's needed.
Okay, very honest, and I think everyone gets a bit carried away every now and then, right? And especially if you feel like, well, in Arc, I feel like you just want to keep fighting as much as possible, and of course, in the top teams, you're gonna have to wait it out and make sure you're grouping up before you push and all that. But yeah, I think that's fair. And Max, how about you?
Yeah, so if you look at the recruitment that we've had in 606 over the last 3 off seasons, it's been fantastic. And the focus has always been to bring in strong, committed fighters. So if you look at our OL team, it's really comprised of those fighters. And what we've had to do is take the people that have that strong fighting spirit and kind of mold them into the context of ARC OL, right? And what the constraints and circumstances and situations are in ARC and OL. So we have a lot of strong players. We have a lot of strong fighters. And like I said, over time, we've actually been able to mold them and all start to improve, myself included, right? All of us together improve to understand how we can take those great traits and talents that people have when it comes to fighting in this game and maximize that in the context of ARC OL. If you look at the composition of our team, roughly 30 players are 100 million plus out of the 45 that we have on the roster.
Okay.
And the 3 biggest players, of course, being Itachi, Quacks, and Dale. So another thing that I wanted to mention is that another great improvement that Lilith brought to this season of OL was the whole baseline power.
Yeah.
So even though you have those 3 giant players, Itachi, Quacks, and Dale, who lost 25 million, troops just in this last KVK for Itachi, 13.5 million just in this last KVK for Quacks, and 10 million for Dale. Because of the baseline power, the power that they're bringing to the team and the troops that they have are still 700 million, 300 million, 255 million. So it's really an amazing update, right? That allows all of the players to still stay 100% committed and focused to the KVK efforts, but then also still be able to bring that same punch when it comes to OL.
Got it. And yeah, I completely agree. I think it was something that many people complained about, that when you have OL in the same time as KVK, I remember back in the day, you'd almost tell the OL team to not go at it too hard because they needed the power, right? And it was a really it was a decision you didn't really want to make, but if you wanted to take OL seriously, you weren't able to go all in on KVK. At least the majority of teams.
Yep.
There are some that can just go all in and still manage OL, but yeah, a good number of teams weren't able to.
Exactly. So from a punch standpoint, like I said, over like 30-ish people that are over 100 mil, with many of them being more than that, and then majority of them being, you know, SVIP, VIP. So
Yeah,
lots of great, strong fighters, all different walks of life. Some that have been playing OL for a long time, some that are there for the first time. But the rate that people have adapted to learning, you know, how you actually play in OL has been phenomenal.
got it. Very well worded, Max. Thank you.
So diplomatic.
And
Yeah.
Murph's asking Gorilla, what do you say when people swarm a building before the rally gets there? Actually, wait, that might demonetize me. No,
No,
don't say
no,
it.
no, no.
Don't say it.
We don't do that. We don't do that on stream. It's better for
Jeez.
everyone.
Murph is trying to bait Gorilla into demonetizing.
Yeah, you need the bleep button on the stream deck.
Yeah,
Just
mate,
when
they're a
Gorilla
bad
starts saying
influence in this
something,
chat,
it
aren't
could
they?
bleep.
Look at them. They're trying to get you to say things you shouldn't be. Is there going to be a stream about new migrants? Yeah, we can do one later down the line. Maybe I can do one with Chadsky. I'll talk to him. Yeah, same question goes to you, Tick. And Super is looking forward to this answer. How would you describe... Okay, you're not like... Tick, I'm banning the word leftovers. We're not using that word anymore. How would you describe your team members? What is the structure of the team?
Oh, how would I describe my team members? I think I think there's a lot of similarities between both the teams. I mean, every team has people that actually like hardcore like to play Arc all the time and really are invested in it, and then you have people also that aren't that invested in it all the time. But I would say like to one, like you don't you banned the word leftovers, but I would say like when this team came together, it was like a band of misfits because we didn't have real strategy. We had pretty easy arc matches. We didn't really have to put in the effort. But to describe the team now, after everything, I would say like it's a great team. We have great people on it. Everybody is willing to. Maybe at some points they are a little bit misguided and do something that they don't actually need to do, and then you have to like have a little bit talks in DMs or on voice later on with some people. But I would say like the team is great and everybody is willing to learn, and if you say something once to them, or if you come out with something new, then everybody gets behind it really quick. And there's a lot of great people who actually like, besides the leaders who are there, like Polly, me, or Shirak, or Suprant, there's a bunch of enthusiasts who also give their input on matches, watch the matches, and then like make stuff, write stuff down that they actually noticed, which helps also to improve later on. So I think the team is really great, and everybody. We don't have like the biggest accounts on the team. We're comprised of like 100 mil accounts. Some maybe are 80 mils. Some are smaller, but everybody works together, and in the end, I think our team like works perfectly together. I wouldn't like when you call something out on voice, like if it's not even on paper written down, everybody listens and they pretty much know exactly what to do when you say something on them, and they're I like this team. It's an awesome team and a great band of people that has come together from many different parts or many different teams.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I think like not the most conventional way of describing a team, but saying what you said earlier when you said a group of misfits that have come together. Like just from being in teams in my past, like when you're with people that you don't necessarily know too well, but the experiences of what you're going through almost yeah, they make you become a better team, and like you grow game by game, practice by practice, to just really enjoy being around the people that you're around. So yeah, I like the misfits coming together to become a good team. It's a nice
Yeah.
description.
Yeah, I think it fits well for this team.
Yeah. Yeah, Gorilla's saying you should rename INM from Minions to Misfits. But I know a
Yeah,
few.
that's a good point, Paulie. That's a good
I
point.
know a few people are a big fan of the Minions, so maybe they'll protest against it. Right, I'm going to shift back to IN and go for the third question. So, Max and Gorilla, how would you label the alliance or team if you promote it to other players? Now that feels very similar to the first one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like how would you introduce the team? Okay, let's reword it and do a different question. So, how have you found your journey so far regarding your route from qualifiers to where we are now in the top 16? Like, I think one of the standout matches here is against TL68. That one was really close, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, was it one arc? There was one arc between you, and I think that was the difference in the end, if I'm not mistaken. Gorilla or Max, you can talk me through it in more detail.
Yeah, it was 7K point differential. So one of the more close matches that we had.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with those qualifiers and with all the teams that registered, it's a little bit difficult to get quality matches early on. So beginning, it was mainly for us to make sure that also all the backups that we have registered get a chance to play, get rewards, make sure everyone is available, just get into a groove, try in a few fancy strategies and plays here and there just to keep opponents a little bit guessing.
Yeah.
And also just have some fun, right? Because the phase that starts now is super serious.
Yeah.
Where we really prepare for, and where we can't really have as much fun as we would like to sometimes. So like to start it off, it was really about getting into the groove, have a couple of good matches, have fun as a group, bond as a team, strengthen the unit itself. I think we did a really good job. Obviously, we knew that from the group stage draw of the 32 round, we knew that TR68 was the toughest challenge that we had. It was also similar to us, a newly assembled team. Majority of them have not played together for a long time.
Okay.
So it was very, very good to see sort of where we're at. I think our team did well. Surely it wasn't a perfect game. Lots of mistakes on our side as well, but we learned from those.
Yeah.
And now at least I am super excited for the matchup that we have this weekend.
Yeah, and what are your thoughts about DQ39? Because I think the match that everyone is going to hone in on for this when looking at DQ is versus 93T and how close they push them.
I think this is the most competitive matchup in our realm this round.
Wow. Okay.
I have a lot of respect for them. They are a very strong team with a bunch of strong accounts and very experienced leadership. They have been successful for the last 4 or 5 seasons in OL. So that's very impressive to achieve that consistently. So it's not a challenge that we take on lightly, but we know that we're well prepared. And I'm confident in our team. And will be a very, very exciting matchup.
Yeah, for sure. And I think there's a consensus around the community that this is a really good game. And if we look at the betting, yeah, it's almost even. Like it's slightly in favor of IN, which makes sense. I think when you look at them upon first glance and you know 606 and who they are, you're probably gonna naturally side towards the more known kingdom. But DQ39, yeah, absolutely, you can't take these guys. This is by no means a free win. It's a really, really tough match, and honestly, I feel like that's what you guys want as well. Like, it's now is the time when everyone is taking it seriously. So if you can get the team rolling at this moment for this match, then it will give so much confidence for every match moving forward. So yeah, I think you worded that really well. Let's just see in the chat. Oh, Madmania, welcome to the stream, mate. Sorry I missed your comment. Is that the ones Quacks missed? I don't know which one Quacks missed. Did he miss the TL match? I'm gonna miss.
Quack.
He's borderline missing all the matches almost.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
It's a bit of a challenge with the time zones a little bit sometimes.
Quacks, come on, mate.
And if you're like Quack's a little bit younger, you sometimes tend to drink a little bit too much in the night before, so it can be a struggle for him to be there. But so far, he's been there in the majority of the times, and I hope that we can count on him this week as well.
Quacks is being outed on live on stream here. Quacks, mate, come on, you're last 16 now. You got to sort it out, yeah. Hey, Lucid, Kamusta, welcome to the stream. Gorilla is struggling to find words. Nah, Gorilla worded it well. Oh, did Apo miss all of his matches? I didn't know. 1029 still in.
No, they got eliminated.
Did you say they're out, Gorilla?
They played JST and a couple other people in the top 32 group. I think they got one win and got
JST?
third in their group.
Oh, they're in our realm, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, PK, yeah. Oh, 63 DS, they're the team that went through. Where's the match? It was pretty close between them, 7k, so it's just one arc in it. Oh, he only missed 2. Lucid, undecided yet. Hey Dom, welcome, man. Good to see you in the stream. Thank you, Suki. Everyone in Iron needs to do their homework. Suki's going to be chasing everyone in the team to make sure they're doing their homework. Which
I'm happy. I'm happy I didn't wind her up.
So yeah, it's going to be a good game on the weekend, and I'm sure both teams are going to be super ready for it. So really looking forward to that one. 15 UTC. So everyone should be watching it. And I think you said it's streamed by Rock, this one?
Yeah. It's on the official Rock YouTube channel.
There we go. So everyone's going to be watching that one. I did my homework before it was asking to... There you go, Zaka. Appreciate the super chat. He did his. There you go, Gorilla. Not letting you down.
Yeah. No, I know I can count on my team.
Hey, congratulations, Madmania. Yeah, top 32 is some people just consider it, oh, it's easy, everyone can get to top 32, but it requires 2 things, doesn't it? Obviously, draw wise, you've got to dodge the big boys, but at the same time, you still got to perform to get there. So congratulations on the first time of you guys making it. 606 well leads here, dedicated an immense amount of time to get others to get their respective teams to the point, just like other aspects of the game. Yeah, for sure. Well said, Chan. We're just waiting on Quax's homework. Quax gets so many strays, doesn't he? Like, anyone watching the stream that's not in 606 must be like, why is Quax, one of the biggest players in the kingdom, getting so many strays from the chat?
No. Quax has already done his homework. I mean, he submitted it wrong, but the second try was good.
I mean, at least he didn't say the dog ate it or something.
He submitted it wrong.
That's
oh
true.
My days, Quax. Okay, let's move away before Quax. The whole stream just becomes about him. Tick, same question goes to you, mate. So if we're taking a look at INM, why do I keep losing it? Anubis, what are your thoughts on the qualifying stage getting here? It looks like INM won pretty comfortably for the group stage of the qualifiers, and then the knockout stages seemed pretty comfortable as well. But then a few more tough matches in the group stage and the playoffs, including a defeat to SV92, which is also an account that Gorilla has, a kingdom that Gorilla has an account in and plays in that team.
Gorilla probably cheated something there, gave them some insider information. But the qualifiers for us, we got pretty lucky with the Group A and Division 8, and we won all of them pretty much by a large amount of points. So those qualifiers were pretty easy to get through. When we got to the knockout stage, looking at those teams, all the teams do what they can, but they didn't seem that well prepared for that. And I would say after that, I think for knockout stages, we took on like Supra and Sharak also to help out leading the team. So it made so much easier. They just watch so much of the match videos and everything and just discuss and nerd out about what skills to use or what to actually do in the matches. So that was really helpful, and I think the qualifier knockout stages went really easy for us also. But after we got the like when we saw the group stages for 32, we were already we were pretty excited already. We at the start of the season, we pretty much didn't expect to be in the 32 even, I would say. It was like
top 32 was already a big achievement for INM, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, last season it went pretty well also, but we got that unlucky streak with 1188. We probably would have been in maybe top 32 then also, but we had our eyes on like getting into the 32, and after we saw what the knockout stages are also, then we were pretty comfortable. But after we saw like what we got for our group, we were like, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult with LN93 in it, and SV is a really good team also that focuses on really what the enemy does and really studies their gameplay and adjusts to it. What they actually did to us, like they adjusted really well to the strategy that we had been using, and that's why they also got the win on us a little bit. But after that, I would say the team has put in more effort to improve on things, and last match I think we felt pretty comfortable. We didn't feel scared for the last match, and for some unknown reason also SV tried out some new strategy, I heard, and lost to LN in the end. So we got even the first place in the long run. And I think we won all the group stage matches in the playoffs by a pretty much good margin of points also against the teams, which brought us on the net points to first place in the group.
Yeah, like how many points was it between you guys?
Yeah.
Does it say? Oh, it does say.
Like
okay,
9K,
so you had 9K.
It was 9K, yeah. After
so yeah, that cost them. And it's funny that if IN wins and SV wins, they'll then go up against each other. It will be a good match.
Yeah,
I mean, it's exciting. I mean, for both teams, for us, it's gonna be, we're gonna prepare for ATW pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean,
We,
there's no
we,
unless you're like 960 or 93T. I mean, even 93T, like, there's no free wins, is there? Like at this stage,
yeah,
like,
yeah. This
uh,
this stage is like
well,
good teams have got by.
so
Some
saying
teams
that
maybe
actually,
sneak by. I
if
mean,
we go to
some teams
Mimi,
sneak
Mimi has
by.
a total of 20
Well,
players, so
Yeah,
but
maybe they will be the free win of this round.
yeah.
yeah, but it's
It's,
always a challenge if a kingdom is disbanding during the time of OL. Like obviously there's nothing you can really do about it.
Mm-hmm.
But usually, if teams stay together throughout the season, they always if they make it to the playoffs, they make it to the top 16, then you got to take everyone seriously because you never know if they maybe develop a specific strategy to catch you by surprise.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't prepare at all, then you can fumble a match, even if you're the best team. So
Yeah.
I mean, Super on chat said pretty well. Also, we got lucky with the LN match. We thought it's gonna be way tougher than it actually was.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't know what they were doing or what happened to them, or but they really weren't on their A game. So we pretty much, I would say from our perspective, we got a pretty much easy win out of that, with them just being off their game, or I think they even used some old skills that, and they didn't test any of the new skills out for the match, and I think that cost them also
well,
probably getting through the group.
it's always tough
But
in that top 32, isn't it? Like the room for error is so small. But yeah, the most important thing is you guys
but
made it through.
I mean it after when the playoff started, it was also like a little bit of challenging road, because as we came out of KVK and people quit after that and people leave the kingdom and everything like that, we pretty much had to find new people for the team and get new backups for the team,
Yeah.
which has been a little bit of challenge for us. So we need to pretty much always work around it to have those backups join. And I think we also got left with 29 plus 6 players now. So it's a challenging, a difficult road. So I'm happy that we have come as far as that we have, and we're gonna try to give our best that we can. And I don't know, anything can happen. Like
Yeah,
in
absolutely
the end, it
anything can
could be
happen.
the end, it can be semifinals with INM versus IN. Also, who knows?
Merv, look how pretty
I'm
you
sure
are.
93 will have something against that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
going to
mean,
be a
they're the
great
champs
match.
for a reason.
Imagine if Paulie cooks up like the most crazy strategy that no one sees coming. Like, that would really shock the whole community. But,
I mean, it would be pretty fucking wild if it was INM versus IN in the semifinals.
it would be. And, well, I mean, it could happen with 1960, or, I mean, you never know. It could happen with 1875 too. This literal left side
Or
is
2377.
yeah, 2377 as well on the right.
Yeah.
I mean, that top right is probably, is that the most brutal, like, four, like, bracket? OWR, WAB, SN41, all of those teams are quality teams. So, like, it's definitely not guaranteed that GV makes it through to the semis or even the quarters. Like, they've really got to show up and, like, yeah, be ready for it. The stress before every game to make sure we don't have a last minute absence that we can't replace. Man, that
yeah, exactly.
When I led
Yeah.
OL, that was like the most stressful thing. Like, it's the unpredicted. Like, oh, our rally lead can't make it. Someone's gonna have to rally lead, and then someone's gonna have to fill that role. It's messy, especially if it's late.
You
so,
know,
I'm sure
maybe
you guys know that well.
maybe this is the time where we can turn the interview around and ask you a couple of questions about the GV77 team. Because if I'm not wrong, your account is on that team as well. So
yeah. I mean, feel free to. I mean, I'm not the main. Like, I'm definitely not the main planner. That's Everine and Daria. They're the two main ones. We can go to.
I mean, you have your finger on everything, so you probably have something to say about stuff also.
What does that mean?
yeah, I mean, look, are you looking forward to your matchup with SN41? I mean, it's definitely one of the more challenging matchups we have. Or we can see this
Yeah,
week.
man, it's gonna be a good fight. SN41. The thing with them is they pushed. So I've swapped over to the 2377 account. They had a really good match versus 1875, and for those that don't know, 1875 have really like put a lot more effort into their Ark of Osiris and Osiris League. Like, they're a good team. They may not have been as good before, but now, like, very, very solid. And SN41 only just lost to them. Like, they've had some good migration. They seem very organized. Um, we fought them last KVK. They were strong. So it's not. I don't think it's a fight where GV can just outpower SN41. And I think in this whole bracket, I still don't think GV can just go out there and expect to outmuscle any of these kingdoms. Like, they're all really good. They have quality players. Like,
They have good strategies also.
yeah, good strategies, good movements, like good equipment, good armaments that are as good as GV. Like, I think before GV had a much bigger gap regarding like player strength than now. And I mean, the team is very, very they're giving a lot of respect to SN41, and they're really trying to get prepared for the fight. And yeah, I hope GV can win it. Saying that from a very biased point of view, but who knows? Let's see. It'll be a good match, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely, it's gonna be. I think there's gonna be a lot of good matches in the first round.
Yeah, no, there will be.
Agreed. And then there's also like a really, really interesting strategy element now with all the new skills that they added for this season.
Yeah.
So far we've been seeing consistently throughout all realms, like quite a few teams using the no march skill for more points in building, time warp to reset your cooldown. Those two are I think the most significant ones.
Where are the skills? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I think
there's also Inferno.
Inferno is crazy. I've seen a few people actually trying
Inferno
to use
is a bit of a wild card.
I mean, Inferno is like a double-edged sword a little bit. Like if you do something wrong, you can mess up your own team with it. Like
yeah, I remember we had a couple practices where we just tried around and wanted to see how these new skills work and everything. And like there was a time where we used Inferno, and then all of a sudden, the team that used it, yeah, everyone was just dead.
it's like 5 seconds, puff, and everything is gone.
Yeah, I think I saw it once, and I don't know how effective it was. I think it was on a fast march that went to like the enemy side of the middle, and it did do a decent amount of damage, but I can't remember if the team won the mid fight or not. But Time Warp for sure has just been completely meta. Like, it's one of those skills like Energetic that you just have to run it. Like, there's no question.
Yeah.
There's I think a few skills that are just, they pick themselves because they're just that good. Time Warp is one, Energetic is the other. What was the other one?
No march.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're confident in your building game, no march is huge. Like, it does so much in one skill. So like, some teams are literally trying to they pop no march, they use time warp, and they pop no march again. So like they're really relying on that. I mean, dust up. I mean, almost every team uses dust up as well because it's just 2 energy bars.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on
I mean,
Sun Sailor?
Lit has done a pretty good job. I think the variety now that you can make on strategies, you can go for the building game more easily, or you can do more of an arc game, or mixing the two between each other with the skills also now has brought in like a new wind into OL also. It's not like you're gonna see every match is gonna be the same, everybody is gonna do the same thing. Basically, maybe they do a little bit like change something here or there, but like you see everybody doing exactly the same thing. But now teams like have an opportunity to play to their strengths also. You can do a building game, you can do an arc game, you can mix and match between those two in matches. I think that's a really good thing for the whole Osiris League event.
Absolutely. No, I agree.
And I'm not sure about the Sun Sailor skill, to be honest. Like, I have not seen that many teams use it well. I still think that Master Strategies has a bit higher flexibility and a bit more teams are actively using it. But I think with Sun Sailor, it really comes down to the practice and using it for specific methods. I remember a practice versus GV77 where they actively used Sun Sailor to switch up the strategies and keep us guessing.
Yeah, I remember
It is
that.
definitely an interesting use.
Mate, you know the issue with that Sun Sailor? The big issue with that is I didn't even know where the Sun Sailor was placed. Like, I know there was a marker on it, but I remember we popped the skill and I was like, where the hell is Sun Sailor? Like, where are we supposed to go from? And I think, like, obviously we were testing it, it was a practice match. But
you gotta look for the boat.
yeah, and I mean, when the enemy pops it, it's really like, where is it? Where is it? Because there's no notice on the map, is there? If it's in the shadows, then they could easily get all of their marches into one location, all go through it, and then suddenly pop up and like take the arc. So I think there is a lot of strategy behind it, but 5 points is quite costly. And
yeah, the 5 points is pretty harsh on it.
The master strategy may be a quicker alternative, but yeah, I guess it's down to personal preference for teams.
I mean, the thing with Sun Sailor also is any troop, regardless of the team, that gets in within range. So anybody gets TP'd around.
Yeah. I'm just going to swap back to the other account.
Right. I'm saying we shouldn't mention Master Strategy in the Kina stream.
God. Well, Dav, mate, it's I got PTSD from that. You can go watch. I think Chisgle's actually made a video of it. Well, not specifically of the mess up, but he was streaming or casting the match when it happened, and he was so confused. He was like, "What the hell is going on? Why have they teleported only like a few centimeters right?" And yeah, I just messed up that skill. My bad. But it happens, right?
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
so much pressure with those skills to be able to name them and to nail them, and do them at the right time. And naturally, every now and then, you're going to mess them up. So at least that's how
why
I
it's
feel.
good to practice.
I mean, like, I can tell you, you're not the only person that has messed up that skill.
Thank you, Tim. I hope not.
Yeah, definitely not. I know people that have clicked it twice in the same spot, and so they didn't even TP like further, even a centimeter further away. They actually TP'd on the same spot back.
Yeah, mate, that was me.
Nah, not you.
That was literally me too. But yeah, it happens. It happens. You got to learn from it, and yeah. I mean, I'm not afraid to do skills anymore. like I say anymore. Like I'm not afraid to use the skill. I'm not afraid to do any arc skills. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Like happens once, you move on, forget about it.
I mean, you can always blame the iPad that's old, and you said, "Oh, I think the first click didn't register," and then you double clicked it, and it went to the same spot. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think I did say that, but yeah, I'm just gonna while we're chatting, just do some more of the armaments because there's like 1,000 tickets to go through. But what is the next question that I wanted to ask you guys? Okay, this one's a bit more of a personal one. And I mean, I'm doing the armament event at the same time because I honestly feel like I'm not going to get anything. So it will just be happening in the background while we're chatting. If I suddenly scream, then you know I've got something good. But
or it could be pain.
yeah. I mean, this is just all rubbish right now. I'm not getting anything at the moment. So, what has been your most memorable Osiris League experience? And that can either be something from the team at the moment, or it can be like in the history of your Osiris League, like experience, because all of you have played Osiris League in different kingdoms for many, many years. And I think 2 of you actually have the skin for top 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Gorilla, do you?
2.
You do. You have 2.
But I will say that those 2 skins are not necessarily mine.
Oh, okay. And Max, I know you've played Osiris League. Oh no, I think I just touched my iPad, so it's going to go off again. But yeah, Max, I know you've played Osiris League in 1235 and other kingdoms also. So yeah, do you guys want to chat about that while I try and get the video back?
Yeah, I'll let Gorilla go first, and he can talk about it from a personal perspective, and then I'm just going to add a little bit when it comes to this season for us.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just go back to last season when I was still in 2973. We're playing the top 8 match versus 2748, who in the end went on to win the whole Busted realm.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a very, very competitive match. We had a bad start into the game. They led us before the first arc by 5k point differential. So we were off to a bad start, but we recovered very well and then made it to a last arc game. On the last arc, we tried to teleport the arc away, and I was the designated arc carrier for the team last season. So I tried to pick it up, and literally in the last second before my march got teleported out, unfortunately I got killed. So we teleported our open field marches out, but not the arc, which then led to us losing the game at the end.
Man, that is the most frustrating thing when like you're just seconds away from pulling off like a great play, but that's the master strategy risk, isn't it? Like it's so high risk, it's so high reward.
Yeah, it was definitely a very, very competitive match and very memorable experience. And it was another epic skin for my collection.
Well, I think I've got so many epic skins now, like 3, 4, 5 potentially, and I'm just that top 4 has always eluded me.
Yeah.
And Tick, do you want to go, and then Max can go after, or Max, do you want to go now?
I can go.
Okay.
Go for it.
Max can pull it off with the kingdom stuff. I think my most memorable is when I was still in 2K, and we got to the semifinals when we lost to, what was it,
Raise, yeah, I remember that kingdom and that alliance.
Yeah, freaking Raise. I mean, we were winning the match already basically, and we got the last arc too, and I think our carrier got a little bit distracted and went to the wrong building.
Oh no.
And enemy took, I think it was at the Shrine of War, and the enemy took, I think the enemy took the Shrine of War. He took it right in the middle of like 50 enemy marches. And they took the building, took the arc, and basically won the match.
So that's what happened in the semis of your Osiris League versus Rays.
Yeah.
That's brutal, man.
Yeah. if we had, I think we would have won even without the arc. I don't. It was so long, like 2 years ago already, probably 2 years, something like that. But yeah, I think we were winning without the arc also, but that was pretty brutal loss, because we were fairly certain that if we got to the final, we could win the final also.
Who
But yeah,
won that final? Like, who was Rays against in the final?
I don't remember anymore. It was so long ago.
Was it GV?
Maybe.
I honestly can't remember.
Murph probably remembers.
Go on, Murph. But yeah, that sounds brutal. But
it was, yeah. Because it was a freaking great season also, destroying everybody and then losing in the semis like that.
But at least you got the skin, like, and you've always got that to remember the Osiris League from, right? And you had a great run.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, the memories are still there, and the skill also.
I feel like I was gonna talk about mine, but I really don't know with mine. Like, all I can think about now is me messing up that skill. It's like my biggest memory, which is not exactly the most positive one. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess 606's run before with Dav. Dav was there, and I think he was leading with me, and we got to the top. I think it was the top 16. A top 16 is the furthest we've ever gone. If we go to here, okay, so this is IN, and that's top 32. But if I go to most people don't know this. If I go to INSL, because that's where we actually used to play our Osiris League from.
2 seasons.
We got top 32 and then top 16. So, yeah, that was probably one I remember. So I don't know who we went out to. Was it 93X? It might be 93X. Maybe that was when I messed up.
Yes. It was X. I think that was the run when we from 2K migrated to 606 also.
Oh, okay. Well, 93 has a history of knocking out 606 teams. So
they hate us that much?
No, well, no shame in that. Like, 93 are very, very solid when it comes to WoW, as everyone knows. But yeah, Max, what were you thinking regarding memory for the kingdom, or from a kingdom perspective? Is Max still there?
Max?
Maybe he's had to drop off and take a call.
I think his internet is acting up. I think he said he has outages or something before.
Okay, that's fine. Well, Max will come back when he comes back. But I guess last question for you guys, and we'll come back to Max when he's here. Like, what part of Arc do you find the most enjoyable? Like, you've played it for years. Why do you keep playing it? What parts do you personally find most satisfying or enjoyable?
Oh, Max is back.
Max is back.
Yeah, sorry, connection issues.
No, you're good. You're good. Max, do you want to chat about your memory that you were going to
Yeah,
say?
hopefully hopefully I can get it through it before it disconnects. But just to kind of rein it in, and I'm on a little bit more positive note. Like I said, I mean, when this team came together, it was a lot of people from different walks of life, and obviously we had a bunch of migrations over the last 3 seasons. So when we started, there was a lot of, coordination missing and a lot of people trying to catch up on how to play OL. So we ended up doing a lot of internal practice matches. So the most memorable moment for me is when we had finally a practice match where we were doing a bunch of practices with ball fighting, and all of a sudden it just clicked. And that click after that moment has been, kind of a spectacular rise in the team since then, because it didn't affect just me, didn't affect just the planners, but like everyone on the team had a noticeable kind of momentum all of a sudden in their play when it clicked for all of us. So for this season, I'd have to say that practice was definitely the most memorable moment.
And that's why you practice, right? Like to
Exactly.
iron out those timings, to have those moments when you're like, damn, they get it. Everyone is clicking, everyone is like working well together, they're where they need to be. And like for the
It's like
people
the
that,
moment I feel we became a team.
yeah, and that's a very common thing that like I often refer to it to sport, but when the teams are like practicing, they're doing their training, and there's one moment in like a great season where things come together, and yeah, you become that team, right? And yeah, I think
Yep.
that's a really nice memory for this season, and hopefully you guys can get the skin.
Definitely.
Hopefully you can make it past TQ and whoever else is in front of you, because there are some really top quality players there.
Absolutely.
So last question, Max, maybe you missed it. I'm going to ask you first in case your connection goes. But which part of ARC and OL do you enjoy the most? Oh, has he gone? Oh, we almost got him. Okay, right. Gorilla or Tick, you can go. While everyone watches me get absolutely shafted on the
We had him for a
Armaments.
minute.
Max is
We had him
talking
for a
and
minute.
lighting up.
Yeah, we did. Oh, inscription. It's okay.
You know, Akina, this is awfully similar to how the event went for me. You just open something and you hope for something good, and then you just realize that nothing good's gonna happen.
Yeah, and you just like, do I really want to keep doing this? But then I've already got the tickets,
breaker.
so I might as well. 3.2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go on, Gorilla, if you want to say.
Maybe just to answer. Yeah, just to answer your question. I like being competitive, and that's not only in KVKs, as you may have already noticed, but that includes basically every aspect of my life. So yeah, I enjoy having like the opportunity to strategize, to also have the team to come together and commit to a goal and really play together as a team, improve and improve. Just do better. Apart from that, obviously, like I have friends of a similar mindset. We enjoy playing together for a long time now, and I also want to help them get the skin, which is at the end also part of the motivation. But yeah, I just like different strategies, and I'm super happy that here in 606 with Max as main planner, like I have someone to bounce ideas off, to create strategies, to really deep dive into the specifics and analyze how we can improve, what we can do better, what are specific thoughts that we maybe have, how can we use individual marches to achieve specific goals. It's just very, very variable gameplay, and yeah, that's what I really enjoy about it.
Yeah, man, and I think you worded that really well. Like, if you are a competitive guy, then Osiris League is definitely like even more so than KVK at times. Like the strategy, the training, the practice, like people don't really do that for KVK, but because you have a set time every hour, every Sunday for Osiris League, and it's just 1 hour where you have to outsmart the enemy, you have to outplay them. There's that satisfaction, isn't there, of nailing your strategy, of outthinking them, of seeing everyone together, winning together as a team. And I do see, like, it's a very big cliche now in rock, but the amount of people that say, like, if it wasn't for the group I'm with or the people that I'm with, would I still be playing the game? And a lot of people would say no, because, like, you want to win with people that you enjoy being around, right? Like, if you enjoy being around, like, if everyone's okay, don't say that word. If everyone's someone you don't really like or get on with, then, like, why would you want to do that? But when you find that the people, it makes it even more satisfying.
Yeah,
And
I think both of you have summed it pretty much up how I feel about it. But I think my path was like in 2K, I led the second team there also,
okay,
and why I got into it, and because I'm competitive also, and I played competitive sports my whole life too.
mm-hmm.
So like Arc has been something I love to come up with strategies, but I think I went through all the processes of it also, because at some point the team, we had to get people that didn't actually like listen or didn't like to play Arc that much, but they just joined the team, and you didn't have a much choice who you can pick on the second team, like in 2K or some kingdoms. Then it gets frustrating at some point. I think I even quit playing Arc at some point until I basically got into 606 and then started a little bit, and Paulie got on Paulie's team, and now I played a lot more, and now I like leading and give my input and help with the strategies, and it's just the competitiveness. You have those 30, maybe 40 people that you go into battle. It's like you said, it's a little bit different than KVK, which is like the whole kingdom. There's no there's planning, but there's no like practicing or like going through the motions, or like you have the whole kingdom there, but you have your personal 30 people that
Mm-hmm.
you're leading into battle, and then trying to beat other kingdoms for being the best in the game, or getting a skin, or getting some kind of a prize out of it, and it just motivates you a little bit more. And having those people alongside you also that are like-minded, it makes it even more enjoyable, and just keeps you going.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree with that completely. FLX, yeah, this is the best thing I've got so far. I mean, assertive is a great inscription for that slot, probably the best one. But yeah, that's as good as it got, and you can see the stats are great. So yeah, that's everything. All I've pulled so far. I mean, there's a few more I can do, but like Gorilla says, you get to a point where you just don't expect anything. Like, I'm
Are
spending.
you able to hear me again?
Yeah, Max, you're back.
Welcome back.
Nice timing. So yeah, Max, did you hear the question? Oh no. Oh, I feel for Max. It's decided to buckle for him at the worst possible times. But we'll keep the stream going maybe like just a little bit longer just to finish off the event. I mean, hopefully Max returns, but yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming onto the stream to talk about your experiences at ARC. Big thank you to both of you and to Max and to all of the other leaders in 606 that put in the time to organize practice, to create the strategies, and I mean, every OL ARC lead knows.
No, this outage is killing me.
Oh, Max is there. maybe.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
You're back.
Yes.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you the question.
Okay, okay.
Did you
I'm
hear
just
the
gonna
question?
quickly say with
Oh,
yeah, I did hear the question.
And he's gone again.
The greatest problem and arguments and everything from statistically, I think the end,
oh,
all the rotations are correct and
that last bit was
Can we
clear.
tran-
All the rotations were correct.
can we get translations for the robot boys?
Yeah, please, someone.
I mean, we heard rotations are correct, so I'm going to assume Max said he Dutch. I'm going to assume Max said the whole like growth aspect of a team and seeing everyone progress and doing it all together, nailing your rotations as he said, and everything that comes along with it. I hope that's a fair representation of what Max said. If anyone
I
has any other
maybe
idea,
strategies. Probably around making the strategies and evolving with a group of people at
yeah,
the same time.
yeah, I think that's a very common theme amongst many, and I think like Gorilla says, when you have someone else that leads that you can bounce ideas off, that is huge, man. Like when you're doing it on your own, it's so difficult to know, like, okay, like firstly, both sides of the arc map. To view both of it is a lot, and to plan for both sides is a lot. So having that other person to be able to take a side off of your hands, like it's so much nicer. So yeah,
I can say from personal experience, it's how to nicely put it. It's like a freaking Harry Potter movie when the fucking Dementor sucks your soul out of your body, doing it all alone.
that's a quality analogy there, Tick. If analogy is the right word. Man, look,
But yeah,
I'm just rushing this now because try bouncing arc ideas off of Lau. So for those that don't know, Matt used to have an account in 606. He was here for a long time. He's also a real life mate, and there were times when he used to lead the second team with Lau, and I would message him and be like, "Oh, how's arc planning going?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I just spent the past hour or so, maybe longer, doing the plan, and I sent it to Lau, and now she's changed everything. Like everything has changed. Nothing is the same. Like it might as well be a completely different plan. I don't know why I'm even doing the plan in the first place. Like why doesn't Lau just start it?" And like Matt sounded so defeated, but it was almost like a similar process every single week. Matt would start the plan, he would do it, he would send it to Lau, and it would be a completely different plan by the time he sees it again. Which would drive me insane. Like, of course, love Lau, but yeah, it's just a really funny story. I remember just seeing Matt's face, and I think as well there was a time when Matt got force volunteered to lead the second OL team. Like we were sitting at a restaurant, and I just look at him. I was like, "Matt, did you know you're leading the second OL team?" And he was like, "What?" And he was like, I said to him, "Yeah, mate, Lau has literally just volunteered you, and now you're doing it with her." And he was just looking at me like, "Since when?" And yeah, it was funny times. Matt said she'd say, "I create the spine, she adds the body." That does sound like something Lau would say.
I mean, Lau probably said something like it needed a little bit of woman's touch on it, so everything needed to change.
Yo, this is a good one. Right at the end. That's not bad. 1.5 normal damage, 3.5 march speed, 3 defense. We just need some health on there. And I'd say that's usable.
Ooh, militant. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, There we go. We got something at the end. I can't believe I'm using 500 gems every single time. Is this it? Can I finish it all
Yeah,
here?
it's crazy.
You have plenty of gems.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, just keep spending your gems.
more than enough.
That's what did it once. And then
Okay,
buy the
20.
conversion stone bundle.
No, I don't want to talk about that bundle. I don't think Aloha wants to go near it as much as possible. Okay, 82. Am I really going to do this? Okay, 72. We finish it here. End on an inscription. Come on, something good. Strategic. 2%. Oh, this is an interesting one. Do you guys like this one? 2%
Strategic,
surrounded
no.
troops.
Hey, if you can hear me, Akina, just check your DMs real quick.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, I think strategic is pretty good.
Yeah, so Max said his connection's being a bit of a pain, as you can probably tell. He wants to do a special shout out to the rest of the planning team, which includes Matthew, Titch, Eileen, and Street. He wanted to do it, but the audio kept cutting out. So we got there in the end. And yeah, for sure, Max. It definitely takes a whole team, and to be able to have everyone supporting is a huge help. Right, let's just finish this, open the chest, and then we are golden. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate the time you've come onto the stream. It's been almost 2 hours since we started. It's gone by. I think it's gone by pretty fast.
Yeah, it went by like a flash. It's been pretty quickly.
Oh, look at that! We get a legendary from a 3-ticket one. Always love that. And then we'll finish it off with this. But yeah, thank you so much for your time and for giving your insight on the team, on OL, and your experiences. So yeah, really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you very much.
And it's been a pleasure.
Right, let's open these chests. We got another assertive.
We can maybe have another stream once we're closer to the Grand Prix, when we assemble the 606 team for that.
yeah.
Gonna be a very, very interesting time setting up against the Chinese server teams. Can't wait to see what they can come up with for strategies. Last time they were pretty dominant. Maybe in the future we can.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Maybe
it's
we
gonna
can
be,
fight back.
it's gonna be really interesting against the Chinese teams now.
Is it like how much? Yeah, for those that saw, it looked promising, but the inscription was pretty average and the stats are bad. So yeah, whole event done, 80k gems, just some pities to show for it. But when is the Grand Prix? Because there's a timeline, isn't there? And they've included it. Oh no, they haven't got the dates yet. Okay.
No. So we finish OL season end of May, and then a little bit after still the grand finals to come, and then I would assume registration for Grand Prix, like the power registration for Grand Prix, opens probably around end of July, maybe August, and then official Grand Prix would probably set off in September beginning, maybe end of August, something like that.
Man, it's crazy how long the OL season lasts, isn't it? 24th of February was registration, and we're now in May. And we're thinking about the Grand Prix, which is at the end of this year, or well, like latter half of the year. But it's literally like a year-round cycle, isn't it, of Osiris League and Grand Prix? Like, it's a full-time role and job sometimes, leading OL. But yeah, as you guys have said, you've had many experiences of doing it, and yeah, I think the Grand Prix will be. I mean, we've had experience of the Grand Prix before, but the Chinese teams are immense. It'll be really exciting to see what they come up with. But yeah, thank you everyone for being part of the stream. Hopefully I can get some more streaming going, and getting some more videos out for you. I know I've been slacking on that front, so I will promise to do better. But appreciate you all being here, and thanks again to Max, to Gorilla, and Tick for your time. Really appreciate it. And yeah,
Fine.
fingers crossed everything goes well on the weekend. Next time we talk, we're OL champions. But yeah, one game at a time, of course.
One game at a time.
Don't forget to donate to Akina. He needs a new PC, man.
Yeah, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'm also going to put my Discord link in the chat as well. So if you want to join Discord, please do. I will try and get that more active, post some more things in there so we can get chatting. Yeah.
We have 30 people, guys. Only 4 likes. Put those thumbs up on the stream, guys.
I think there's probably more. I think maybe, but
40. It's 40 likes.
oh yeah, it just doesn't refresh when you stay on the same screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you everyone, and
4 likes.
yeah, for the 4 likes. Yeah, much love. Thank you so much for tuning in again, and I'll catch you all in the next stream.